I'm so glad for these online communities where women, especially young women, can reach out and ask these questions. So, this young lady says, am I overreacting? My boyfriend didn't want to take me out on our anniversary. So, he's 20, she's 19. So, she says basically what the title says. For context, my boyfriend and I have been together for a year, and he's such a loving guy. Put such a loving guy in your back pocket. But like basically every guy ever, he's really immature where it comes to his friends. Now, last week we were on a date and I brought up our anniversary. He told me not to worry and that he had stuff planned for it and that it was a surprise. I obviously accepted that and thought nothing of it. Yesterday was our anniversary, and we already saw each other in the morning when I came to watch his practice. We said happy anniversary to each other, and he was acting normal. When I got home, I texted him, and we had the conversation above. This is so frustrating, and I'm not sure if I'm overreacting and if I shouldn't have expected anything for our anniversary. Am I overreacting? So keep in mind, he said that he planned a date, and at the bottom, she's saying, I'm not sure if I'm overreacting and if I shouldn't have expected anything for our anniversary. Already with just this blurb before the text messages, he's already an a-hole. She's in blue. She says, hey, what time are you picking me up? He's like, what? She says, like, what time are you picking me up for our date tonight? It's the 18th, remember? He says, I don't know what date you're talking about. I'm going to blanks tonight, but I already told you that. And she says, it's our anniversary, 1 year. You told me like last week you had something planned. And then we get to SYBAU. I had no idea what that meant. I'll come back to that. SYBAU. He says, I don't know, broski. I'll be at blank tonight. We can do it next week. It's not that deep. He calls her broski. And then when I asked the Google machine, what does SYBAU stand for? SYBAU is an internet slang acronym that stands for Shut Your B Word, A Word Up. He told her to shut up. He used cuss words to tell her to shut up because she's asking about a date. This right here is already enough to break up. But this is only 2 out of 4 sets of screenshots. I don't know why it progressed past this because this right here should have been a breaking point. She asked him to stop. She says, this is so stupid, blank. You promised me something tonight. And like, even if you hadn't, I feel like it's such a basic expectation to go out on our anniversary. He says, I don't know what to tell you. And then she says, you can go to blanks any other day. So now she is begging him to see her. She's begging him to have some kind of consideration. And I wanted you to put, he's such a loving boyfriend in your back pocket because this screenshot right here tells me that he is not a loving boyfriend at all. She's having to say, you can go to your friend's house any other night. She's begging for him to consider her. And then she says, well, I don't know what to tell you either. This is so not okay or fair to me. He says, chill out. She says, no, I'm not going to chill out. It's our 1 year anniversary and you have the effing nerve to say you're going to blanks. And he says, fine, I won't. I can take you out. If it's so important, it's not that deep. So now he has changed his mind because she has pushed him to change his mind. But this is malicious compliance, I believe. He does not want to go. He is making it known that he doesn't want to go. If they did go, then he would be an absolute terror on this date. It would be terrible. She says, I don't know. I feel like going out with me shouldn't be a chore. It should be something you want to do. He says, bro, make up your mind. Not everything's about you. And she says, I never said it was. I wish that she had broken up with him because I went and looked at her comments and she did not say that she had broken up with him. But no, this man, this is a young man. He's 20 years old. He's into his friends and she's 19 years old. Maybe she does not have the trigger finger that many of us older folks have where we're just like fed up with the disrespect. Clearly she's trying to pull him along, but here she knows that it would be a terrible date. She knows, but she probably would have to experience it to really know what happens when you pull someone along. Like if you just make someone, get engaged to you and make someone marry you and make someone have a baby and try to make them clean up everything that she would do from this point on because she sees that she is not the focus is going to be terrible. It's going to be pulling him along rather than having someone that is equally invested because this dude would rather go off and be with his friends, and he's telling her this now. And so when people talk about this loneliness epidemic, which should quite possibly be turning into a pandemic, this is one of the reasons why. A lot of these people, these men, will get into these relationships and not be supporting or loving. Like she typed it out. She says he's such a loving guy. I told you to put it in your back pocket, pull it out. He's not. He does not want to be in this relationship, and she should take this as a sign that that second set of screenshots was enough to say that this dude does not want to be with her. And this is where I was tagged in. Realistic Farmer says, broski, broham, bruh. I was like, let me go see what the rest of these people are saying in the comments. In the comment section, it checked out. Gorley Bread says, every day I'm shocked by the way some people are out here talking to their significant other. OP, it's been a year. Cut your losses. This man would rather go do other things on your anniversary. He knows what day it is. He says, it promised you a date. She called him it. It promised you a date on it earlier. This is the time he would be putting in the most effort if he truly gave a gosh darn. This doesn't get better. It gets worse. Not to mention how he talks to you. SYBAU? Absolutely the F not. People like him act this way because they count on you, not thinking you deserve more. You do. You don't want a future with this man. He doesn't respect you, and he wants to put in zero effort in. Imagine him as the father to your children, as a spouse. He's shown you that he thinks going on a date for your 1 year anniversary is a chore. You're forcing him to do. He would rather do other things. And saying SYBAU when you try to communicate that you have the absolute bare minimum expectation of an anniversary date, he's just along for the ride. You deserve someone who is excited to reach that milestone of a year anniversary and wants to be with you on it. Absolutely. This is kind of the bare minimum. If he is this bad on year 1, what is it going to be by year 2, 15, 27? Is going to be terrible. It's going to get worse as it goes along. Lost on the Way to College says, had to search further than expected to find a mention of SYBAU, automatic ejectocito, if my significant other speaks to me like that. Exactly. That right there should have been a deal breaker. I had no idea what it meant. I had to go look it up, but no. Shut your B word, A word up to me? What? Absolutely not. Best Read at Work says, I'm dumb and wonderfully ignorant, so I didn't understand the word on the first pass, and I was still like, wow, this guy is a D. With my new knowledge, I'm like, Jesus effing Christ effing run. And then this person is at the bottom is wondering, what does that mean? Because it's not this is not common knowledge to like maybe older people. But this person figured it out. He said, oh my God, what a total loser. But he didn't use the word loser. Obi-Wan Iwobi says you're not overreacting at all. If anything, your reaction sounds really measured considering the situation. He told you he had something planned. That set an expectation. You didn't assume or demand a celebration. You trusted what he told you. That makes it completely reasonable to feel let down when the day came and nothing happened. It's not just about the anniversary itself. It's about keeping his word and showing that he values the relationship enough to follow through. Even something small or thoughtful would have meant a lot, especially since you were clear about how much the anniversary mattered to you. The fact that he brushed it off or didn't acknowledge your feelings afterward just adds to the disappointment. You're allowed to want to feel special, especially on a day that's meant to celebrate your relationship. Expecting some effort from your partner, especially after they said they had something planned, isn't being dramatic, is asking for basic respect and care. You deserve basic respect and care. You deserve more than that. Basic respect and care is just the minimum for a friendship. He's not even treating her like a friend. So this is doomed. I don't know if automatically broke up with them, but this should be a deal breaker. And that's what I'm telling to y'all as a crowd. This should be a deal breaker. Don't let people talk to you like this. Join the conversation. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.